Hey everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we're gonna do something rather fun. Have you ever heard of this little product right here? This is a Hot Pocket or a pizza pocket, or sometimes they have ham and cheese and egg and bacon and whatever. While we were moving, we ate a ton of these. And when I mentioned this to someone that we were eating a lot of these because they're really, really easy, someone asked, well, have you ever made your own Hot Pockets? And I was like, no. Can you do that? Oh my goodness, you can do that. In fact, all you need is some pop can crescent rolls and some ingredients, and you can do it in your air fryer. Say what? I've never done this before. So this is gonna be an adventure for both of us, but I am so curious as to number one, if this works, number two, if it's good, and number three, if it's worth the time. It only takes 8 minutes in your air fryer, so I'm thinking that it's gonna be worth my time, and it's another pop can recipe. I mean, I can't get away from them. You guys love them. So are you ready for this adventure? Let's go. All right, you guys, first we're gonna start out with a roll of the crescent dough. If you can find it, definitely get the sheet of crescent dough. I couldn't find any in my store, so I just have the regular triangles that we're just gonna press together and do the best that we can. So let's open this up carefully so we don't freak each other out, freak me out. Then we're gonna pop them open in our own time. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna unroll half of this. So this whole crescent sheet only makes 2 Hot Pockets. So I bought 2 sets of these so I can make 4 Hot Pockets, but it only makes 2. So we're just gonna roll it out halfway to start with. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna pinch all the seams together. Now it is very important you pinch hard, or else when you cook it, that will explode open. That's why having the full sheet is probably gonna be more ideal, but you wanna do it, you make those sacrifices. So we're just going to pinch this dough together like this. And if it's really far apart, like this one is, see that, where you can practically see the sunlight through it, just pick it up and make sure that it is very close together. And we're gonna pinch both sides because we want both sides to really be sealed together and not come apart. You don't have to pinch this middle edge, but I am going to because I'm gonna fold the dough over on itself, and why not? It's one less area to crimp. I'll probably crimp it anyway. See, if we would have only done one side, it would have totally pulled apart. I don't know if you can see that on the close camera. Yeah, see that right there? And I mean, real Hot Pockets sometimes burst too, so maybe it's not all user error if it bursts. Maybe that's just their design. Okay, once you ensure that it is all pinched together, we are gonna put a small helping of our pizza sauce. And by small helping, I'm like 2 teaspoons of sauce. That's probably enough because you don't want it to explode out the top. All right, and you want to leave plenty of room for it to stick together on the sides. Next, we're gonna add some pepperoni, and you can be generous with your pepperoni and your cheese and your sausage because, well, Hot Pockets have a generous amount, so we're gonna be generous too. So there's my sausage, my pepperoni, and my cheese. All right, looking good. I hope these work, because if they work, I'll be making these ahead of time and putting them into my freezer because I'm all about the knowing what's in my food. I mean, I still eat Hot Pockets, but I do like to know what's in my food. So our next goal here is to seal up the Hot Pocket. So I have a little bit of egg wash here. And those of you that know that I'm moving, and I said in one of my other videos that I couldn't find my pastry brush, I found it. So I snagged it out and put it in my last minute tools because it's almost last minute. I mean, like, this might be the last video you see in this kitchen ever. I am going to carefully paint all of the edges of my pastry with this egg wash. You could do it with water too, but since I have my water and egg wash right here, I'm just gonna use that. And I'm gonna paint the middle as well, because when it folds on itself, I really want it to be able to seal properly. And here we go. We are gonna pick up this side and look for any tears that maybe you just didn't pinch it together very well. And we are gonna fold it over the top of our pastry, and we are gonna meet the pastry right at the edges. Look at that. Let's see if we can pull this pastry in just a little bit. That corner, we're gonna have to trim off that corner. So already I see right here where it looks like it needs to be pinched a little bit more. Okay, let's seal up those edges by just pressing softly. And once you think they're sealed, then we're going to go in with a fork. Because we want to make sure that those edges are sealed, because we do not want this pastry to burst apart. So with our fork, we're just going to crimp the edges, kind of like a Pop-Tart. If you wanted to, you could probably fold and crimp, like kind of like an empanada, but we're just gonna go with the fork idea because that sounds like a good idea, and it sounds like it will work just fine. And don't forget to do the fold of your pastry as well. Remember the middle of the pastry where I folded and crimped together? We're actually going to go ahead and do that as well. Even though we pinched it together, we just want to make sure that it is sealed. And then once you feel like it's sealed, let's get it to our tray. And before we get it onto the tray, we are gonna butter this tray really well. So I'm using butter and not spray because I want to ensure that there is non-stick something on every single ounce of this tray, because I do not want this pastry to stick. Alternately, you could probably use like parchment, but that parchment is going to prevent that pastry from cooking underneath, and it's going to be soft. So you could like start it and then after 4 minutes remove the pastry or remove the parchment paper, but this is probably gonna work just as well. All right, and now we're gonna transfer our Hot Pocket, huge Hot Pocket, onto our baking sheet. Bum, 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 bum. And if you see any places, look at that, see that? I have a little hole there. You can pinch that shut, but you're gonna create holes right now. Take yourself a little knife, and we're gonna cut just a couple of vent holes in our pastry. And make sure they stay open, because when this starts to cook, we definitely want vent holes. There we go. And now we're gonna egg wash it with our water and egg. We're gonna paint it all over the place. Okay, and then we're gonna ensure that those holes are still open. After the egg wash went over the top, it kind of closed them a little bit. All right, and now we're gonna get it into the air fryer at 300 for 8 to 10 minutes. Now, you can get 2 of these on there, but I wanted to get one going while I make the next one, because then I'm killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So here we go. So let's do custom for 10 minutes. I'll check it at 8 at 300. And to go. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and get this other one all ready to go. And there we have it. In less than 5 minutes, the second one is made, and now I will be right back when that is ready to come out and this one is ready to go in. The time just ended and I took a peek, and oh my goodness, look at that. I am fascinated. I did not burst at all. Maybe I was a little light on the sauce, but hey, you know, that works. Okay, so we will get this guy off of the tray. Oh, okay, see that? Huh. Well, maybe cooking it on a piece of parchment paper would be fine, but I think is what I'm gonna do for this one. Oh, I'm just gonna butter over the top of this. I know this seems like a bad idea, but I feel like if there's already pastry stuck onto it, maybe the second one won't stick because I don't know where my parchment paper is right now. So we're just gonna go with it. There we go. Next Hot Pocket going in. And in 10 minutes, it will be done too. All right, there we go. But wow. So first thing I notice is that I don't have the classic, see there's no hump on it. So I think that probably I needed more filling. That being said, I was a little less on the filling because I really just didn't want it to explode. But all in all, I am super happy with how it turned out. As long as the second one turns out well, I mean, that's huge. That's like a whole meal's worth, because this is the big plate. That's pretty amazing to me. Let's look at the bottom. Whoops, I kind of pulled the bottom off when I took it off of the, so that didn't work so well. You want to see? Shh, you just won't tell people. It'll just be on the top, because you'll serve it like this anyway, right? But ideally you want it to be able to pick it up. So I'm thinking that you do have to do it on parchment paper so it can lift up. Darn. Well, I hope this one doesn't stick, but it's probably gonna stick too. Oh well. I'll be back in a few minutes to show you if that one's stuck, and then we're gonna give it a taste and see what we think. All right, we'll be back. It's done. Let's take it out and see if we have any better results. Well, that one did get a little puffier, so that's good. Let's see if that one's stuck. Yeah, that one's stuck as well. So other than the fact that they stuck, I think that this was a success. I wonder if I could scratch this off the bottom first. I know I'm making a mess, but I'm trying to think of a way that I can get it unstuck. Ha 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 ha! You see that? Bam! They did not stick. Now, what I do notice though is that the bottom, well no, it's a little crispy. It's just not super crispy. So you might need to like turn it over halfway, although these seem awfully big. Like I feel like this is a massive piece of dough. I almost think that you could do half of this and make smaller Hot Pockets so they're more manageable. But all in all, I mean, if they're gonna taste good, maybe it doesn't matter. So let's see here. Let's pick this guy up. So he is pick upable. That's a big Hot Pocket. I'm not joking. So let's first judge the crunch factor. It is crunchy. Is it crunchy like a Hot Pocket? Probably not, but looks good. That tastes really good. Yeah, that's good. So here are some things that I would do differently. Number one, I would half that pastry. So just 2 triangles, and I would make them a little smaller, more manageable pieces of Hot Pockets. So they wouldn't quite be the size of the Hot Pockets we have in there, but they would definitely be easier to hold and handle. Number 2, use something underneath it, like maybe a piece of parchment, and then maybe remove it at the last minute so that the bottom can get a little crunchier. The bottoms are not super crunchy, even of this one that the bottom stayed on. I mean, there is a little bit, but I wouldn't call it crunchy. So if you could turn them over halfway through, that might be the idea. I don't know. It's delicious, that's for sure. But would I call it a Hot Pocket? Yeah, I would. It has all of the elements of a Hot Pocket, besides the fact that I can't pick it up because it's so ginormous, because it really is. Yeah, okay. I would do this again. I would adventure with this again, but just play around with it a little. Like I said, cut it in half, try some different fillings, maybe fill them a little fuller, because I feel like they could have been a little plumper in the middle. Definitely try to find the Crescent roll sheets. That would make this a way easier, but all in all, I think this one was a success. I mean, definitely some tweaks to make. But yeah, what do you think? What would you put inside your ginormous Hot Pocket if you were the one to have made it today? We went for pizza, but you could do ham and cheese. You could do egg and cheese. Anything you want. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, you guys, I will see you on the next adventure. Who knows where it will be, but I'm pretty sure that's it for this kitchen. If you are watching this video, this is the last time that you will see this kitchen ever again. All right, you guys. Well, we will see you on the next adventure somewhere else. Bye.